Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Yeah, we are not... We are not freed from the shackles of the galaxy just yet. Not just yet, not quite yet. But anyway. Hello there, hello all of you. How you doing out there? Happy Sunday evening, happy Sunday night, happy Sunday to each and every one of you, wherever you are, whoever you are, whenever you are. It is I, the Professor of Pugilism, the Archduke of Old School, the Lord of the Soup himself, the man of the hour, the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour, Poncho Smith here. Welcome in. Welcome back. Because I didn't quite get the other stuff set up, because I didn't quite run my tests, do the things for the next game in the Summer of Poncho series. Oh hey, 120 stars. Under normal circumstances, that would have been it, but we've got even more post-game to go. And I have it on good authority that the green stars do in fact taste like snozberries. What are snozberries? Well, they are berries that taste like snozberries. That old chestnut from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. If you're not inclined for that, then from the opening bit of Super Troopers. Okay, so the deal, if you are not familiar with what's going on here, when we got all 120 stars and we beat the final Bowser fight for the second time, we unlocked Green Star Mode. And what that means, how this pertains to us, how this pertains to you, is that there are new stars to acquire, hidden throughout the stage, and throughout these stages. Sometimes they put them in really sneaky spots, sometimes they put them in really devious, hard-to-get spots. Also, yeah, we've got green borders now to really drive it home. To really drive home that we're doing something different. Yes. It blends in with the grass on the ground. If this is not your preferred shade of green, I'm sorry, I did not design this game. Oh, hey! We got one right here. So, it's a very good thing I'm doing this with headphones right now. If I can grab the fucking star. There we go. We're off to a rip-roaring start. Got a green star already. So they'll make that little sound. That's your audio cue that a green star is in the vicinity and is in a grabbable position. Kind of. Sort of. Some of these don't take very long at all. Some of these take entirely too long. So we're gonna play it around like that. We're gonna, you know, see how we feel. Grabbing some stars, grabbing some green limeade stars, green sour apple stars. I don't know, what else would they have? Maybe sometimes green watermelon. It's easier. It's sometimes that a certain shade of red, like watermelon red, watermelon pink, or sometimes they go with green. And I did not see the entire sequence. Okay, that's the one we grabbed already. It still makes that chiming sound. Alright. So I don't think there's anything of any real interest on this island. Or on this planetoid. It's making noise. See, there's no way they would have put one, you know, that close to the existing star. But what do you want me to do? I gotta take out the goom boys. Take out the goom boners. Alright. Come on, come on. Yeah. So there's a good chance I'm gonna see this through to the end. You know, that includes Grandmaster Galaxy and all of that swell stuff. Because why not? Might not get another opportunity to do so. Or at the very least, I want to at least make a bit of progress on this stuff. At least a little bit. Okay, launch star. This should take us to the second one. So I'm going to assume... that it would be on this planet. On this little section. Because this is where the activity seems to be. Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. Yeah, so basically this is... basically a wild goose chase. A scavenger hunt. Wait, can we turn? Alright, there we go. They will do that a lot. You will basically jump into bottomless pits in the hope of snagging a star. Yeah, do not adjust your screen. This is I do not have the green screen up. Although this game was kind enough to provide you with a green screen. Right. Jam on the motor, jam on the pedal once more. Okay. So we have been doing them in order so far. That's good to know. That's good. Wow. Wow. Green Star 3. Okay, let's resist the temptation to slam on the buttons. Okay, so somewhere on that bit. Okay. Okay, and they got the little chomp boys, the chomp puppies, the chompables. All around here. Okay. Try to aim this a little better. Okay. So... let's rotate again. Okay. Big key. Big key. Let's see here. I swear that they put at least a couple of one-up shrooms in here. Yeah, well, that one at least. I do not think that they did the same with the remaining chest. Alright, send me away, beam me up. Alright. Try to make sense of all of this. Okay, I hear something. Okay, right there. Okay, we have ascertained the location of the green star. It's a bit further, it's in there somewhere. Okay. Drop this down. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. Let's see. There we go. And oh boy, it got dark in a hurry. Looking to the side, it is coming down, it is pouring down. Not appropriate for a song, because nobody ever wrote a song called Nothing Lasts Forever in the Sweet August Rain. Although that would be a mouthful. Alright. Next planetoid we go. Like, is it like... Oh, they only put 2 there. Okay. It's either 2 or 3, I think, depending on the galaxy. Plenty of pranksters. Alright. I know this one should be, at least the first one should be pretty simple, and it's right there out in the open. You don't need to tell me anymore. As a matter of fact, I do not believe I will even, require, Yoshi's 8 on... Well, I might still. Hold on. Okay, we don't need you to lick anything, we just need you to get up there. Hold on. Yeah, that's the coin. Oh, well, okay, this was here. This was here. That was here the whole damn time. Okay. There we go. It just had to tickle the right star box on that one. Okay, so we got 4 green stars for coming in. Okay, 124. Yeah, I don't get the feeling that, that old Lulu Baba there is going to be interrupting us too much. Not going to be asking for our opinion for too much going forward here. Yes, I know where they are. You've made that quite clear, game. You've made that exceptionally clear. Let's see. So we'll have to go get Yosh again. Yeah. Alright, he's freed up again. Freed from his ovarian prison. Okay. Alright, look around you. Look around, it's all around you. Okay, Yoshi's good at navigating mud. Alright. Oh, big fruit. Oh, we got... Okay. Oh, alright. Okay, then I guess the third one is gonna have us travel deeper into the level. At least that's what I would expect. 125 out of... Remember, the winning number is 242, so we're still... We're a ways off, but we're getting there. We will get there, come hell or high water. We will get there at some point. At some point in the distant future, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, so they're still focused in on the first planetoid. Still focused in on this first section. Right. Okay. Yeah, okay. Slurp that for me, please. Alright. So I was hit with some interesting news, or there has been some interesting news. If you're an old school, well, maybe not necessarily old school, but if you follow what Discotheque Media's been up to, as of late. Oh, hold on. Yeah, apparently, Big O Seasons 1 and 2 will be, reissued on Blu-ray sometime later this year. I've been waiting for a long time to have that on some form of physical media again. Let's look around. I do not hear the sparkly, shimmering noises. Okay, coins, I'll take it. I will take it all. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. There's a lot of Discotheque stuff I need to get to. Need to make some moves on grabbing before too long. Should probably grab those Berserk Blu-rays at some point. Because I know people were waiting ages to have that on some physical format again. The first season of Monster gets its first Blu-ray release later this month. My old online friend, when we first started talking about, anime at each other, like, more than 20 years ago at this point. I think one of the first shows she talked about watching back in the torrent days was Monster. So keep your ears peeled. Wait. Come on. And I know it aired on Sci-Fi for a hot minute. So that's something I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna feel the need to get onto. And I don't own a Blu-ray player per se, but still have my PS4 Slim, so that effectively serves as my Blu-ray player. Okay, launch me away. Okay, the green star is here. We just have to do it at the end of these flower launching, tongued flower platforms. I don't know, would you even call them flowers, or we just the flowers you grab onto. The flowers you lick for forward momentum. Okay, pull that out. Obtain all the coins. Let's see. Okay, up we go. Hover. Nice. Oh, okay, let's pull you out. Alright. Just wait. The platform to float down. Alright, outstanding. That's not what I was doing, game. I don't know why the game did that. I was aiming to eat the dude. Game did not register that as such. Game's trying to sabotage. Well, they often do. They often do. But how you doing, Lammy? How you doing? Glad to have you in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. We are starting on the Gathering of the Green Stars. This is the post game of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, I think I know what I have to do. Okay, I had the right idea. I had the right idea. It's just coming into contact with the star. Yeah, I was sort of debating whether I would do the Green Star missions or not. But since I didn't quite get around to setting up the other thing I was going to do, the next game for the Summer of Poncho, I figured, well, let's get the Green Stars. Let me prove to the world that I actually can see a game through to completion. See a Mario game through to completion, even though I have done Super Mario 64 all 120 stars. I have done that before. Those VODs do exist, but you know, if I'm gonna play Galaxy 2, I might as well see it through to the end here. So that's what we'll be doing tonight. All right, that's an interesting one. Yeah, so this is where the platforms flip when you do your magical space pirouette, your Starman pirouette. Okay. So this is going to require a little bit of precision placement. Let's sort of land that one. Or maybe this might require a triple jump. I don't know. I'm going to have to line it up again. Yeah, a lot of these involve the potential danger of falling into empty platform space. Nothing else, it gives us a chance to grind up, or grind for star bits. For the very last thing we do in the game, or to begin to do the very last thing we do in the game, that will require a lot of star bits. Alright. I want to do this. Okay, I figured. Yeah, a lot of trick jumps for some of these stars. And you just hope to hell that you come into contact with it. Because there will be a lot of scenarios where it looks like you should have grabbed it, but, you know, the game would seem to think otherwise. Ba-do, 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 do. So now I'm wondering... They probably won't show me where the next one is in the preview. Yeah, because it's obviously going to be a bit further in on this stage. Okay, that's all they're going to show me. That's all they seem fit to show me for now. Yeah, so next game we do, once we're wrapped up here, it will not be a 3D platformer. Because we did this, we did Psychonauts. Time to, you know, time to take a chill pill on those for a little while. But I will talk about something I did find. So, if you're familiar with, Sega Ages at all, you know that several years ago, like the late 2010s, they, went through this whole process of doing kind of like souped-up versions of some of their old games. Like their old Genesis games, some of their old arcade games, some of their old, older stuff for modern handhelds. And for a little while, they had, the Sega Ages version of the arcade version of, the first Shinobi game. That was out for a little bit. Then at some point... What am I looking for? I think this might be one of the trickier ones. They like to put them in weird places. Like, underneath platforms. You know, that's the level of, the level of deviousness that we're looking at. But yeah, at some point, you weren't able to buy, Sega Ages, Shinobi off of the eShop directly. Off of Switch eShop. See, I hear it. I hear it, but I don't see it. I'm trying to listen in as intently as I can. The signal is getting fainter. It's easier to hear now that we're back up there. Wait. Okay. All the way up there, man. Alright. No. See, I think this might require another triple jump. Oh, it was right there. Ah. Yeah, just to get ready for a lot of that. That's basically the remainder of the Green Star campaign. You know, although now that it just dawned on me that we kind of screwed ourselves out of a checkpoint to save on lives, but. Well, it's fine. It's fine. We'll manage. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. So do you ever run into situations where you see folks playing a popular game, you see folks having reactions to said popular game, maybe it's more of like a critical darling, and then, you know, through watching repeated playthroughs and through watching repeated streams, you basically... You know full well that this is something that's going to be cancer for you, something that, you know, really isn't going to be your style, really not something that's made for you. 1, 2, 3. There, it was right fucking there. Yeah, they did not see fit, did not deem fit to give that one to me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Yeah, they made the collision boxes all wrong. Specifically designed to not make you happy. But I basically decided that, I don't think there will be any circumstance through which I will play, Disco Elysium. Just seems like they took all the aspects of like an old-school point-and-click adventure game, which I've played my share of, but then they went ahead and added, seemingly added stuff. And a lot of it was, like, tabletop RPG inspired. That I think just... It also feels like an incredibly slow game. An incredibly, you know, sort of plodding experience. My friend wanted me to play with her Project Zomboid. I've seen some people play it. I vaguely hear about it. It's... Again, if you're not really inclined to, you know, play games with other people... 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yeah, multiplayer anything is kind of a hard sell for me. But generally because, like, the overwhelming majority, like 99.9999, etc., of everything I play is, you know, the solo experience, the single-player experience. You know, that's just what I'm used to. I'd say I'm not entirely sure, you know, what I would play with others. And I really struggle to think of something that, you know, would be palatable for me in that instance. Yeah, maybe like a co-op thing, like... If I was playing Streets of Rage 2 with somebody else, or Gunstar Heroes with somebody else. But those are older Genesis games, and... You know, not co-op, not multiplayer in the current sense. You know, because that's like old, like, couch co-op. Okay. A few you would try more fun with. Okay. Well, I guess the things that... I guess people would call them friend slop games. The games you play for, the games you play with other people for content. Content bait games, I guess. Okay, I hear one. There's gotta be... Oh, can I not? Okay, we ain't wall jumping there. Let's see. Alright, let's take a look. What am I looking for? Okay, somebody's making the shimmering noises. Like, I really wouldn't be... I'm not an Among Us player. I wouldn't... I struggle to see myself doing anything unlike in that sort of field. Wait. Oh, hold on. Okay, I know where it is. I know where we are. But how do I lose my drill? Do they have to approach through this side? Hold on. Hit me, hit me! Thank you. Yeah, they put it in some weird position here. Okay, okay, let's do this. There we go. Yeah, so if it's like a more of a couch co-op thing, I'm good. If it's like some content farming thing that has about like 20 people involved with it, it probably wouldn't be for me. I guess that's like the only way I feel I can put it. If I am making any sense at all. Now, come to think of it, I don't... I'd really be interested in getting someone in for a couch co-op sort of deal. Because I do have the control... Oh, but that would present a problem, because I listen to my streams on headset. And I only have, like, one headphone jack. No, that wouldn't work. Also, another problem I tend to have is... I try not to have volume in my... Frogging Around, Don't Starve, Stardew Valley, Oh Dear, Mecha Chameleon, Chained Together, and Kiwi are a few games I'd like to play, but would be more fun with. What's the multiplayer aspect of Stardew? I figured that was more like a, That's the Harvest Moon, like. Or I knew of Harvest Moon long before, I knew of Stardew Valley. Because remember, I am ancient. I remember when the first Harvest Moon came out for the Super Nintendo way back in 1997. Very late in the console's lifespan. The N64 was out by then. And a game about farming. A game that's ostensibly about farming. That was a kind of a weird thing for me. Okay. Let's try to go down here. Okay, you're gonna shoot me off? Okay. Alright, I think I know where we are. I know where we are. Okay, let's clear the field. Alright, I think it's up there. No. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of tricky. Engage with the shadow. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, gotta be a little further out. Very similar new game that came out with a similar farming experience, Moonlight Peaks. So what is that one doing that's gonna differentiate it from like Stardew? What's... surely they've come up with like a different angle, a different approach for that one. Or is that the one that's sort of like gothic horror sort of inspired? Well, maybe not gothic horror, but there is one that does feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, copy pasta horror. You know, that sort of genre of like spookiness, or you know what I mean. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. You know, those sort of sensibilities. I remember seeing a trailer for something like that. Well, maybe it was Moonlight Peaks. Yeah, that's kind of like a period of internet that that I was never really a part of. Oh no, this seems okay. This is very different from what I was thinking. Yeah, this is. Yeah, this is like Claire's, but edgy. Well, not necessarily edgy, but cute edgy, I guess, is the vibe that looks like they're going for there. Not to diss it, I'm not hating, but to my uninitiated eye, that's what it kind of looks like to me. It looked like spooky in the way Scooby-Doo was spooky, if that makes sense. Okay, so my next star is going to be around here somewhere. Oh, this asshole again. Well, I don't have to put up with too much of his nonsense, thankfully. There you go, there's our wahoo. Okay, okay. This star coming up, I've actually seen people write about this one. People make, like, video essays on this particular star. The game devs were on something. You have to actually get hurt and take a damage to get this star. Yeah, but we didn't go to the big planetoid of the third section. Or big section of the next big section of this. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You catch my drift. You can pick up what I'm putting down. Right side down. Okay, so we'll do the two here. Like, I wonder how many stars it is per Bowser area. Alright. Okay, yeah, it's right above the checkpoint. And I'm thinking of a few that might be a real headache. See, that would have been a decent place to put one. But I think they probably thought, by the time they get here, that the player will be too good at this game. That's too easy a spot. Let us think of another location. And we were supposed to believe that the Goomba was guarding that switch. Guarding that switch with all the little Goomba passion and honor that he could. Back up, back up. Fancy tricks right there. Alright, send me up to that side. Whoosh. Get the next one down. Okay. Right. And I am not hearing... Don't think we're close to a star yet. Okay, okay, no chance that was gonna happen. Let me just wait for you to get back into position. Okay. Now can we backflip onto you? We should be able to. Motherfucker. Too much propulsion. Too much stank on that jump. I'm sure you know that term to put some stank on something. Give it that little extra oomph, that little extra kick. Alright. Okay, we are good there. Drop down. Get the mush. Get the mush, and in case something untoward happens to us again. Okay, that's better. No. There was a single-player game that's horror, pumpkin, panic, goals just to create a farm, go fishing, explore. Once the night falls, you need to avoid the monsters. Need to avoid... We don't say unalive here. If you want to avoid getting your brains eaten, just say, avoid getting your brains eaten. The zombies eat your brains, the zombies disfigure you, disembowel. Flay your skin. I am not a terribly precious and or sensitive boy. Yeah, I've been like, ever since George Carlin did his bit about the softening of language. That's all I can think of when I see stuff like Unalive and what are some of the other ones? What are some of the more obnoxious ones? Grape. Schmigs. And I know plenty of other people are tired of it. It's really more of a gotta keep the censors off our back. More of a gotta keep the don't want to put my monetization at risk, which I'm perfectly fine with because I have no illusions about monetization. Look, you think this shit's getting monetized in any way, shape, or form? Forget it. Okay, ooh, alright. Let's see. Okay, this is kinda tricky. Alright, got it. Like, when you were playing Alice, Madness Returns, when Alice was running around with a knife, she wasn't unaliving anybody. She was slicing and dicing motherfuckers. Like, just shanking them without an ounce of remorse. At least I think so, from what I've seen. I haven't played the whole game. Although I kind of get the impression that maybe I should at some point. Okay, Green Star 2, that's the first one. We just need to find the second one. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Okay, he came back to me. Little fella came back. Platforms have their own definition of what's appropriate. I mean, do the actual video games has Unalive, has that, you know, appeared in video game text yet? Because I can't imagine them saying, you know, Unalive in, I don't know, something like Max Payne, which I am going to play the second Max Payne sometime later this year. It is like the fall of Max Payne, so sometime during the fall. Because again, you know me in thematic consistency. I love to be thematically consistent. And I played the first one last year, over Christmas, because it was a winter game. Because it's, you know, blizzards and whatnot. Heaviest blizzard in New York City in a century. Even though the game took place in, like January, February, I want to say. But that, yeah, the first Max Payne, I played that on my old, potato PC. Old potato computer. I think it was also out on PlayStation 2 at the time, but it's not the best version. And it could be kind of infuriating to play, because on the PC version, you know, you can, like, autosave, you can, like, drop a save anywhere. On the PS2 version of the first Max Payne, you do not get that luxury. You get a lot more checkpoints. There are plenty of checkpoints in the stages, but you cannot drop a save at will. Now I did download Max Payne 2. I have it on my Xbox One, and I think you can drop a save anywhere there. Plus, I did try playing the Steam version. I could not get it to run, so Xbox version of Max Payne 2 it is. So I'm looking forward to that. When does... I think the big one for me was Mina the Hollower. It was supposed to drop last year, but it ended up dropping this year. I guess in terms of, like, things I was, like, really looking forward to, that might have been it. I did know, I guess I was kind of waiting for the new Suda51 game, Romeo is Dead. I do own it, I've played a little bit of it so far. I just need to find time to play the rest of it. As far as other stuff coming down the pipe... Oh, there's the one that Sukeban Games made. And I know I've talked about this before, and let's see. So Sukeban, they did Valhalla. They did that one. The one that's coming out this year, it's .45 Parabellum Bloodhound. It apparently plays... It looks like it's going to play a lot like old school Parasite Eve. So that would be one that I would have some interest in. Because the full release of The Trees Hate You. Oh yeah, you did play Wolf Among Us. Okay. And Trees Hate You, I know that one because other streamers, other VTubers play it. It's the game you play, or you watch other people play to see how they react. You know, a rage game, basically. And you know, you just watch the reactions to that. I found it before they got popular. I that band got too popular. I like their old stuff. They made better music when nobody knew who they were. If we're gonna go all full hipster here. Not saying they didn't have a demo at the time. Okay, okay. Okay, I am... Okay, let's try to listen out. Oh, Oh, that's not great. Ugh. Okay, I'm trying to ascertain the location of that star. Trying to keep an ear on the ground. Not that one. We already got you. We already grabbed you. Yeah. At this point, I tend to be very selective of what I play, what I grab. But much like with my anime watching habits, you know, if something's on sale that I can get for really cheap that looks interesting to me, I'll grab it. If it's like a newly announced remake, or well, not remake, remake would be something like what they've been doing with like the Resident Evil series lately. But like a remaster of an older stuff. Maybe something akin to like what they did with the Suikoden games. You know, just making old stuff, but polishing it up a little bit for... Okay, announced. And you said it's coming out again this year. Okay. I get the feeling it might be up here. Hold on. Let's try this. Alright, there we go. Outstanding. Hey, you know, I'm glad you have something to look forward to. You know, you seem to get a lot of that out of that first game. Okay, sometime 2027. Okay. I do want to play... I am somewhat interested in, the Mouse PI, Detective PI Mouse, whatever that one's called. The one, the old-school animation-looking boomer shooter one. I'm still keeping an eye on that. Because I do know my way around a boomer shooter or two. As a matter of fact, there are a couple that I'm sort of thinking I might throw on for Spooky Month, for Halloween. Yeah, two that I've been sitting on for a little while. Halloween just seems... October in general just seems like, you know, the ideal month to, you know... Like, get that backlog to work down. Get that backlog worked on and worked out. Kind of like I did last year. I had, like, stuff that I had been sitting on for a while, so... What did I do last October? I did Alicia, however you pronounce it, Director's Cut. That was like a throwback to the old PlayStation era of survival horror. I did Inside. That was a creepy one. That was the follow-up game to Limbo. There was another one that kind of had like a goofy animation style, kind of reminiscent of like an old Double Fine game. What was that one called? See, I streamed it and put VODs up, but I don't remember what the name of it was. Goes to show how much of an impression, Flipping Death, I think that's what it was called. I played through that one. And I also played through The Mummy Demastered. Had to get a Metroidvania style game in somehow. I threw on one that I wasn't expecting to play called Fear the Spotlight. And that was also kind of a throwback to old survival horror. But whereas, Elisa was more old Resident Evil inspired. Fear of the Spotlight had more in common with Silent Hill. If I had to make a comparison between the two. And then I also played, it's a game that there will be no VODs for because I was not very happy with how it turned out. Shadows of the Damned. I ended up not liking that one very much. So there will never be VODs of that one uploaded. They didn't even bother to finish it. Cloud Step, okay. See, I know they definitely got tricky here. Alright, there we go. There we go. Kind of a weird angle we took it at, but we found it. But I have got a lot lined up for October. I mean, I've never streamed myself playing a Resident Evil 4. OG Resident Evil 4. I haven't played the remake. You know, cause OG still feels kind of fresh to me. And, oh, okay, there was one that we kind of got out of turn. Okay. Got the second one before the first one. Love to play Dr. Seuss the Cat in the Hat game for the nostalgic memories. Hope I can connect it to OBS. I've been looking for a way to play, old school, because I still have a PS2. And I think that's probably the only way I'm going to be able to stream stuff like Contra Shattered Soldier. What you need to do is, if you have a capture card, you also need to get your hands on, like, an upscaler. A friend of mine recommended one that's basically a one-stop shop for, like, any kind of console you might have, any kind of old console you might have. It's like over $300. But there are like cheaper ones if you just want to like hook your PS2 up to a capture card, then hook the capture card up into the computer. Was that the you say Acid Trip and Cat in the Hat? Was that the one based off the movie that had Michael Myers in it? Because I know that was a thing. I believe so. Okay, yeah, that seems like it makes sense. That would, yeah, that checks out. I just remember that movie getting a critical beating when it was released. You know, I've been toying with the idea of doing, okay, I had to go back to the start for this one. Alright. No, but I've been toying with the idea of doing another movie watch-along. I did one already. We did the watch-along for Meet the Feebles. Yeah, back in June. Yeah, like the day after my birthday. We did that. And I'd be open to the idea of doing more of that. Although I'd like to do some like old movies I watched, like back when I was a youth, back when I was a youngster. But maybe with like folks who hadn't seen the movie before, hadn't seen those before. Okay, cool. We made that jump. I think, yeah, they're gonna want me to, like, hold on to as many clouds as possible. That's kind of the trick they pull here. Okay. Alright. There we go. There we go. Yeah, back flipping like a pro. Here's the Ponstancia critic. Ponchstalgia critic. He remembers it, so you don't have to. If I did another movie stream, there's a non-zero chance you'd probably remember it too. But how you doing, Peepner? How you doing? Happy Sunday night to you. Yeah. So we are getting all the sour apple and or lime-flavored stars here. Or maybe snozberries. Are snozberries green? I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen a snozberry in person. I have had gooseberry jam before. I can't remember what it tasted like because it's been a while, but I would imagine it tasted like gooseberries. Come on, come on, come on. Alright. So I guess after the first two, we can proceed a little bit further in on the stage. A little bit further in on this level. You know, I had a really evil thought of doing a watch-along with some people who might not have been in the age bracket to watch this particular film. Doing a watch-along of All Dogs Go to Heaven, the first one. The first one. Just in general, that film is all sorts of moody. All sorts of moody and depressing. Oh, okay, you know what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, you've had your share of dead canine-induced sadness, I guess. Alright, keep your eyes peeled for a green star. Ah, these little shit stains. Oh, is it not on this one? Okay. Yeah, but All Dogs was one of my, also one of my early, probably one of the earliest movies I saw in a theater. Like, that I have, like, lucid memory of watching in a theater. I think the very first movie I ever saw in a theater that my folks took me to see was probably the first The Land Before Time. And if there was one earlier than that, then no one really remembers. I can't remember, and Mom definitely doesn't remember at this point. About here. Keep the ears cleared. Get all that wax out of them so you can listen for the position of the star properly. Let's jump there. A Christmas Carol. Was it like... Because there's like all sorts of them. All sorts of Christmas Carol movies. Well, like, was it... When did that come out? If you don't mind me asking, like, 2000s, 2010s? Because there were a lot of different versions over the years. I know the Muppets one. I know that one is generally one of the more well-received versions of a Christmas Carol. It had the Muppets and it had Michael Caine. 1998. Okay. Alright, did the backflip there. Christmas Carol, 1998. Because I remember A Muppet's Christmas Carol, I think that's considered one of the best iterations of that one. Hold on. Now I'm curious. Was it like a... Okay, Okay, looks like the one I'm finding has Patrick Stewart as Scrooge. Okay, 1999. First televised on December 5th, 1999 on TNN. Okay. I think I may have seen commercials for that. I think I may have seen promos for that one, but I never actually watched it. Let's see. How do I want to do this? How are we? Oh, okay, not that hard. Alright. Wait, there was a female villain in A Christmas Carol? Huh. Hold on. Let me see. Let's... What does the cast say? I am not seeing anyone by that name in the... Patrick Stewart, Richard Grant, Bernard Lloyd, Annabelle's twin sister. Christmas Past. You know what my favorite, one of my favorite, and this might be a little obscure for some folks, my favorite interpretation of A Christmas Carol. I used to watch a lot of VH1 back in the day, and I think, yeah, this was also 1999, and I bought the DVD, because I couldn't find this one being streamed anywhere. I bought the DVD. It's called A Diva's Christmas Carol. And it features Vanessa Williams, who had stints in her career as a beauty pageant contestant. She had a whole controversy of being like she was either Miss America or Miss USA, and she had to, like, you know, had to relinquish her title because it came out that years prior she did took some sussy photos, which I think is bullshit. But she went on to have a successful singing and an acting career, so, you know, who got the last laugh there. But anyway, they did A Diva's Christmas Carol, and it was done from the perspective of a stuck-up pop singer who's, you know, kind of in her own little world, or she's got yes men, surrounded by yes men, surrounded by handlers, surrounded by people who are blowing smoke up her ass. She only cares about her own stardom and her own career. And that's kind of the angle they took. So she was in it. They had other singers and other actors and celebrities. Okay, only 2 for the Bowser stages. But okay. Oh, we probably... I'm pretty sure my folks recorded that. I think we had that on, like, an old VHS at some point. Like, the one with Scrooge McDuck as, in the role of Ebenezer. And then they had a scene where, like, the ghost of the Christmas future, the ghost of Christmas is yet to come, just grabbed him and, like, threw his ass into a fiery hole in the ground. And, like, Oh, that shit's fucking intense, man. Oh, was it 1983? It felt like it was... I don't know, why did it feel like it came out, like, later than that? I felt like it might have been, like... Something that old felt like it might have come out, like, in, like, the 70s or something. I don't know. I don't know why I think that, but... I haven't checked up on it yet. Let's see. Oops. Okay, I am not hearing... I am not perceiving... Okay, no, those are just little keyboard tinks. Oh, I see one up. Okay, I think we missed that one. But yeah, that's one I remember. And again, if anything came out before I was born, then I considered it, like, really old. Mickey had a son who looked like him, and he died! In that one, with a little... He had his own little mouse child, Tiny Tim. Mickey Dead Mouse, yes. Yeah, but the thing I liked most about A Diva's Christmas Carol is who they got to play the Ghost of Christmas Future, or the Ghost of Christmas Is Yet to Come. You know what, I'll talk about this. I don't think anybody... I think, Beepner, you might know what I'm talking about. And I don't think anyone else is going to, you know, really search this out, because it is kind of niche, and if you think about it, it is a little on the hokey side. But at that time, the Grim Reaper pulled his hood off, and it was Pete and the dog and the Scrooge McDuck. Okay, yeah, that's the Scrooge McDuck one. Okay. Let's see. So that's how we get across there. It was all the way up there. Hold on. Okay. I do. I definitely do. Yeah, it was, She did a lot of that stuff at the time, in the 80s. Shelley Duvall. She did all those weird, you know, sort of storybook type things, sort of things she did. I don't remember the title, but I watched a YouTube video about it. Like, of classic fairy tales. She had stuff related to that. And I think they reran it on, like, Disney at one point. And I remember the one with Paul Rubens as Pinocchio. Alright, let's see if we can do this properly. How am I not able to bounce off of that? That makes no sense. Game is programmed wrong. Yeah, alright. Like, they're inconsistent with their programming, someone didn't program properly, and I'm always gonna call you out on it, game. Okay. Yeah, but Shelley Duvall was involved with the fairy tale stuff, she was involved with the rock and roll Mother Goose. And friggin' Bobby Brown was in it for the Three Blind Mice segment. So that's like a deep sort of childhood memory for me. I've been meaning to rewatch that again, just to see what else I can unlock from my subconscious. All right. Let's see. Okay, that's more like it. That's more like it. I'm pretty sure Cyndi Lauper was involved in Mother Goose's Rock and Rhyme too. And it turns out Gordon Goose was just another one of his mother's machinations. I believe it ended where he was... Remember a few movies Elementary made us watch Polar Express, The Grinch Stole Christmas, and... I mean, The Grinch... The old animated one. The Grinch Stole Christmas. The one that had the song sung by, was it Lon Chaney? Who, did that? The dude... You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Boris Karloff... Okay, thank you, Beekner. Boris Karloff. Yeah, that's the one that's kind of always been in my consciousness to some extent. I never watched the Jim Carrey movie. I think by the time I became aware of a lot of the Dr. Seuss animated stuff, that stuff was probably like... A lot of that stuff had to have come out in like the 70s, right? Yeah, because, yeah, at that age, you're just kind of picking apart the bones of, like, old media. Yeah, like Gen X and millennials, certain millennials, a lot of us are kind of well-versed in pop culture that happened before our time. And I think a lot of that had to do with, like... If you grew up on cable TV, you watched a lot of stuff that that was not intended for your specific age bracket. Narrated, Thurl Ravenscroft sang the song. I always liked the rendition of that song done by Whirling Dervishes. Thurl Ravenscroft. Thurl Ravenscroft, that's the name of her father. That's the name of Nerissa's dad. Yeah, it's just wild that... And I respect Nerissa for being a geriatric weeb herself. Because she signed up to do the voice of one of the new characters in the upcoming, in the newly kickstarted Tenchi Muyo reboot. Yeah, you know someone's old as hell when they got that going. You know, and then apparently they hit the stretch goal. I think it was like 50K to do a behind-the-scenes documentary for it. And I'm just thinking myself, you know, it's going to be the funniest shit ever when they do like the interview/talking head segments, and they talk to like they got most of the original voice cast back. I think the only one that they didn't really get, was the voice of, the first English dub voice of Princess Ayeka. That was voiced by Jennifer Darling. I guess she's like 80 years old, and, you know, she hasn't been around for a while, so I don't think she's, like, active in voice acting anymore. But, it's like the funniest image in my head. You're going through all these segments. Okay, I hear something. But imagine all these segments you're watching, and they're interviewing all these, let's be nice about it, these 70-year-old grandmothers. You know, talking about, you know, when we were doing the lines for, Ryoko, and doing the lines for, Sasami, and Kiyone, and Mihoshi, and Washu. And then all of a sudden, you'll see her in full VTuber garb, full... Nerissa Ravencroft doing in full kayfabe character, talking about doing the recording for, the new Tenchi Muyo character, just... Oh, what do we get? hold on. Is it there? Alright, I took a flame in the ass, but that's fine. Yeah, but I think they did agree. I think good old Christina Valenzuela. They did snag her for the new for Ayeka. And she seems hyped to do it, so. Like Nerissa's keeping the memory of old anime alive. We've got Amelie running around. And that entertains me to no end, knowing that the geriatric weeb to VTuber pipeline is a very real one. La 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 la. All right, World 2. Okay, what kind of a mess can we make here? Wow, wow. Okay, green star. Okay, looks like they're throwing us one right off the bat. Okay. Ah, god damn it. I actually did this before when there was no green star up there. I just need to get some of that finesse going. Alright. Okay, line this up again. Alright, so we've got a couple that are immediately visible to us. Alright, just kind of on the side. Wait, land it! Okay, cool, we did it. Alright. I'm liking where this is going. What I'm not liking right now is the realization that I might have to make more thumbnails for this. But I remembered. So my thumbnail process usually is I try to think of how many streams it's gonna take me to beat a given game. And then I just make the number that I think I'll need. But I was smart about it this time. I just made the thumbnail with me, yours truly, right here, just slapped it on. Saved that. Then just did the ones where I just slap a number on it. So if I need to go back and add another one, I've gotten that taken care of. Which is, you know, something I should have done from the get-go. Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me, I've watched a lot of those, too. Woody Woodpecker, Chip and Dale. Maya the Bee. Maya the Bee is very likely, like, the very first anime I ever watched without realizing it was anime. There were two shows on Nickelodeon Jr., which was like, Noozles. That's the other one, Beepner. Thank you. That's the other one. Maya the Bee and Noozles. I could tell that it was different, that the animation was different, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I couldn't quite tell why. Couldn't quite tell what was different. Rather. So yeah, if anyone wants to call me like a fucking anime tourist, you know, I'm just gonna tell you, listen up, motherfucker, I was around in the days of Maya the Bee and Noozles. Who's the fucking tourist now? Alright. Guess we'll spin here. All in Polish. Yeah, cause I think... Am I in the right spot? Yeah, wasn't Maya the Bee like, what Wasn't the original author, like, German or something? And, you know, they just made an anime based off of the source material. Kids are killing everything older unk anime now. Eh. Oh. Fuck those little shits. Okay. I feel like... I want to say it was German. Oh, was it not here? Why do I feel like they... I'm not hearing any, I'm not hearing any sparkly sounds. Yeah, we took the wrong one. Oh, I want to say Maya the Bee was German. Initially. Trolls and wizards and fairy kings, birds that talk and fish that sing. I think David the Gnome was Canadian, but I'm not sure. Oh wait, that was Spanish. Never mind. I'm getting it mixed up with something else. David the Gnome sort of exists in that same consciousness as raccoons, the raccoons, which was Canadian. But Maya the Bee, I'm pretty sure that was German. Din Biene Maja. Okay, yeah. Okay, for preschoolers like Pinwheel and Today's Special. I can never look at Inspector Gadget the same in a few other shows. Yes, I've watched my share of Inspector Gadget. Okay, let's get the actual Green Star level 2. Let's actually try to make that a reality. Ride ice cream is a reality. That's a little funkadelic for you. Okay, so this is what we need to be doing. Alright, we'll give that the old college try. We'll give this the old community college try. And which I am all in favor of it being, you know, free to access, of course. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we didn't need to bust it up that far. Huh. I feel like I missed out on something here. I feel like I just kind of blanked out. Yeah, but growing up... There's a part of me that really wants to give the old Ninja Turtles cartoon another watch. But then again... I'm not entirely sure how adult me would perceive something made for children back in like 1987. Showed me 2 episodes of X-Men 97, it was alright. Okay. Let's see, let's try this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that worked. Roadrunner show, Bugs Bunny. I'm guessing that your parents were familiar with those cartoons in some way. I don't think the 92 version would hold up that... Yeah, I could see that. But you know, the theme song... Did they bring back the theme song at all that's basically the lick played over and over again? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Na 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 na. That one. There you go. Who says I can't get musical? Okay, and now I see the location, the approximate location of the third star. Okay. A little annoying that they do not start you off from the checkpoint. I mean, you collect a star, they boot your ass back out. Everyone says that Whitney Houston, but someone posted a German live-action show from the 70s and said X-Men ripped it off. Perhaps it did. Mayhaps it did. Okay. X-Men theme composed by Ron Wasserman, who did Go Go Power Rangers and Mummies Alive. Yep, I am aware of Ron Wasserman. I know Linkara made enough money to pay him off to compose for one of his projects. Okay. Okay, so that's going to shuffle down. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was a bit further up. Okay, I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it now. And that's just gonna drop down. And we just need to get into position. There we go. Oh, the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. I think that had a cool theme song to it. I can't remember it right now, but I'm pretty sure it was at least decent. Although I do remember the serial more than the song. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, radioactive Spider-Man. They had a Huh. Scrolling through a list of shows that I used to watch. I feel old. Oh, by all means, you can type out a few and I can, you know, judge how old you are. Because if those will make you feel old, then those will make me feel even older. That I am almost certain of. Steve Perry was Journey. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I was about to say. Alright, alright. Okay, we've got this to contend with. We've got the Yosh. Joe Perry. One of the Perrys. The band Perry. Okay, okay. I know exactly what I'm doing here. At least it's not Katy Perry. She hasn't had the opportunity to get involved with superhero media. Okay, yeah, this was miserable the first time I did it, and I don't think it's gonna get any better for us. Yoshi, god damn it, Yoshi. Why do you have to be? Why must you collide with the walls when I don't want you to? There was one really interesting Spider-Man cartoon, sort of animated feature. And it was on MTV. Like, I think it was called, like, MTV Spider-Man. I think this might have been a little bit before the movie came out. Oh, come on. Come on, Yoshi, you suck ass. Stupid ass dinosaur, I want to hang you with your own goddamn tongue. Anyway. Yeah, Spider-Man cartoon, the MTV one, I think they had, like, Lisa Loeb, Stay, that one. The one who sang that. She did the voice of Mary Jane Watson, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Rob Zombie appeared on an episode doing the voice of the Lizard. Ah, come the fuck on, stupid ass dinosaur. There was one for the longest time that I couldn't remember, and I have very vague memories of it. You had, like, this, it was a cartoon, you had this, like, blonde human woman, and I guess she was interacting with, like, all sorts of, like, little critters and creatures. God damn it, fucking ass Yoshi, I'm gonna punch you in your stupid dinosaur dick for letting me down so goddamn much. And I don't remember much of it. I remember there were animals, I remember there was a blonde girl, and I remember the ending where I guess someone yelled cut, and they went to black, and there was a song about, you know, cutting the film. You know, as you do when you wrap up a shot. Cut, you know, that thing. And that's such a... Motherfucker, I grabbed the thing. You know, no, this was the Max, not the Max. This is something that was made specifically for children. It aired on Disney. The Max is decidedly not very Disney-friendly. Yeah. Like, the Max, the head, and Max Headroom all kind of blur together for me. Believe it or not. Yeah, but, okay, gotta give credit to Max Headroom. Max Headroom was basically the first VTuber. Even though it was just a dude in makeup. Okay, we grabbed it. Okay. Honcho doesn't have to throw shit fits anymore. At least not for this stage. Who am I kidding? I will when we get to the next goddamn star. Yes, the Wizard of Oz, the first VTuber who ever lived. But who were the past lives? Who were the PLs of the ancient gods, then? I really get the term avatar from Hinduism. Oh, we still got more here. More Highland Falls. Okay. Yeah, but like 96 and 97 MTV also takes up a Tom and Jerry. Yeah, everyone knows Tom and Jerry, the Smurfs, Magic School Bus. I knew the books. I knew Magic School Bus as a series of books before the cartoon. I had a coworker a couple years back who dressed as Miss Frizzle for Halloween one year. Like, oh yeah, the Magic School Bus books. Like, wait, there were books? Yeah. And the little segment, the weird little segment that they had at the end of every episode, where someone would call in to I guess people who are ostensibly supposed to be representations or avatars of, like, the show's producers. Yeah, I used to watch the School Bus and Bill Nye on PBS all on my own after school. I willingly watched Bill Nye the Science Guy. Wasn't it like Ghostbusters and like Adventures of Ghostbusters and like New Adventures of Ghostbusters? Or something along those lines? Yeah, I watched a lot of Ghostbusters cartoons. And I remember my parents playing the NES game. Yes, that one. The shitload of fuck one. Okay. We are trying to obtain a star. Where is it? Okay, they want me to do some tricky shit. Filmation, Ghostbusters, aka the one with the gorilla. Oh, Ghostbusters with a fucking gorilla. Hold on. Hold on. See, there were the two films. The 84 film and the 2019 film. I have no memory of that. I have no memory of a show with Ghostbusters and a gorilla in it. No. You've stumped me on that one, Beepner. You've stumped me. Oh, must you, game. Oh, must you. Can we bring it back? Okay. We kind of brought it back. I do not remember that shit at all. Fucking got away from me again. Can we... this is such ass. This is such ass. This is poop from a butt. Yeah, but I do not remember the gorilla one at all. Alright, let's try this again. I remember they had Reading Rainbow, but they also had a show called Square One. Because I guess if Reading Rainbow had the market cornered on like reading, then Square One was the math show. And I remember they had like a little Pac-Man sort of homage, sort of parody. Which one was 321 Contact? I don't know. What the shit? I got screwed by the game again. I got dissed by the game again. They dissed me and all my homies. But I remember that. Who remembers? It was kind of like a kid's mystery show, and it was also based off of a novel, Ghost Rider. And it was just this little dot, this little sentient dot that would like fly around, and like if it got into a computer, it could communicate with you all day. And it could get into like signs. If like there was like a sign that said wet paint, you know, it could, you know, like rearrange the letters or something to be able to communicate that way. I watched a bit of that. That's how the police got the idea to write Ghost in the Machine. A little anachronistic there, but I could see that. I wish I never woke up this morning. Up! Ah, you fucking shit, Yoshi bitch. Punch you in your shit. Okay, I brought it back. Yeah, I know, the game is rigged. I had that. Refuse to register me. Refuse to acknowledge me. Refuse to acknowledge my coming into contact with the green star. That's what this game does. Okay, we'll try this again. Why did it shoot me out that far? I don't get it. You know, I am getting decent at, sort of sending Yoshi off to his death below. Because it's what he deserves. Alright. Well, just be glad it's me doing this and not you. To anyone who's watching. Okay. Okay. What the fuck? It just sent me off for no goddamn reason at all. Like the controls decide to no, we're not gonna cooperate. Not gonna cooperate. You can go die, Poncho. We hate you. Alright. No, I don't think the game actively hates me. Okay. I think we can do this now. What the fuck? Come on, you jank-ass piece of shit. Ugh. I had that like 3 fucking times. Like, I don't know what else I realistically could have done there. The touch box was not working with me. Star box. Touch the star box. Star 6-9. Why? Alright. There we go. I am good at this sometimes. I am good at video games on occasion. Okay, that wasn't even the last one, man. That wasn't even the last one. Okay, so yeah, last one is quite a bit further in. Alright. So I'm thinking of doing Shmup-tember for September. Somebody talk me out of it. Somebody talk me out of doing something that will just infuriate me every waking moment. Because there's one or two I think I might be able to handle. But some others... Oh, fuck that. You know what? If you never... That ending went full Shakan the Forever Man. With the shit it pulled with its ending. You never go full Shakan the Forever Man. That's just something you do not do. I cannot get on board. I cannot vibe. Cannot vibe with that. We are never going to get along. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. Yeah. Ah, fucking hell. Alright, I just gotta get the steps in. It was right fucking there, game. Come on. Sack of goddamn shit. But yeah, Zero Ranger can eat my entire balls and ass. If they think I'm gonna do all that. And Yoshi's up there abandoned. What do we do? Is it going to materialize here? Alright, alright. But no, I'm not streaming Zero Ranger, don't worry. It's just me and my need to have a theme for every month. Fucking hell, come on. First, they try to present it in like it's all 2D and shit. It was right goddamn there, motherfucker. I'm not trying to be angry at video games, I'm really not, but are you seeing this shit? Can you blame me? You know, I'm not trying to do an act, and I don't have, like, I don't have anger issues, I don't have an issue of, like, impulse control. Why didn't he do the twirl? Right fucking there. Oh, I was precise enough to land back on Yoshi, but not enough to grab the star. Yeah, good, good. Why is it not registering? This is the big reason why I was on the fence about doing Green Star streams. Well, Yoshi's dead. Oh, I didn't even fucking notice that. Game angles are terrible. Nobody in video games has figured out how to do hitboxes properly, and nobody who makes video games has figured out angles properly. It's just, if you're a game dev, you just don't know how to do that shit. Except make it bad. Make it shit. How did I not grab that? See, and I can't tell if I need to go forward or backward or left or right or up or down. There's just no way to really, you know, gauge that. There we go. Bow, ba-da-ba-dow. Okay, we do not have to ride Yoshi again for a good long while. So take a little bit of solace in that, if you will. Of course, we got boulders to contend with here. So who even knows how this is gonna play out? Okay, Green Star 1, let's pay attention to... they probably put this somewhere silly. Or is this not the one? See, I vaguely remember them. Doing something like this. Okay, first things first. Let's knock down the big pink and purple one, pinky purpley one. I don't know, lavender. Is that what you would call it? Rose quartz. Is that particular shade of Is that the shade they're going with on that gem? It very well could be. Okay, una vez más. Now that's the one-up. I do not perceive a star there. Alright, stay right there. Okay. See, I'm pretty sure it's this section where... Alright, I see it. I see you. I see you, man. Yeah, which one in the count was that? We might have done that out of order. Green Star 3. That was the third one. So, okay. Okay, alright, okay, pay attention to the intro screen. Let me know if you see anything that looks like a green star here. At the top of that thing. Okay. Okay, let us ignore, for now, the, Come on. Really? Yeah. Another set of trick jumps. So here's one that aired late night on in a pre-Adult Swim, pre-Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Got the midnight slot, got the late night slot, the Nick at Night slot. And they ran this on Cartoon Network. They reran old episodes of Wait Till Your Father Gets Home, which I guess was big in the 70s. There we go. I remember them airing that. Bum, ba, ba, boom. Okay, so what number star was that? What number was that? Wait till your father gets, wait till your father gets, wait till your father gets home. Okay. Yeah, so I guess the last one No. We're not doing that. See, when you collect the green stars, you upgrade from Silver Crown to Gold Crown. Introducing Silver King! If he wins 20 more matches, he'll be upgraded to Gold King. Or Golden King. That was a joke that Chris Jericho made. You know, ragging on the luchadors. Ragging on the rest of the Cruiserweight division. That he was growing a little too big for at that time in World Championship Wrestling. Yeah. I've been sitting and thinking about who my Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling would be. Say it's so late to watch Robot Chicken. I remember when Robot Chicken was brand new. And I had been watching Adult Swim for a little bit at that time. Actually, I remember watching I remember the very first night Adult Swim aired. It was, yeah, August of 2001. And the only reason I stayed up late, this was when it was they just aired it on Sunday nights. I just stayed up late to watch, you know, Cowboy Bebop for the very first time. Let's see. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mick. Was it really a late-night thing? I remember them running it during, like, normal... God damn it. How the shit are we doing this? For me it was. Okay. No, I just remember it airing, you know, during normal TV hours. Let's see. How do they want us to do this? Okay, that ain't it. That ain't it. I'm gonna have to restart. Gonna have to restart this. Yeah, I think by the time Billy and Mandy started airing, I was, again, I was aged out of that particular demographic. When did that start airing? I know the guy behind that. 2001. Yeah, I was... Yeah, I was well within the Adult Swim demo by that point. I think the guy who did that, Maxwell Adams, I think there was a film he wanted to make that never got greenlit. And I remember watching a video all about it, and he went into detail, you know, how the script would go and all of that. Okay. But it sounded like an absolute trip. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I just watched Beetlejuice, Spider Riders, Bakugan. How long was the, because that Beetlejuice cartoon is from... It had to have been from, like, the late 80s. Because that's like late 80s, early 90s. Beetlejuice cartoon. Unless there was, like, a Beetlejuice reboot. Because I watched that when I was a kid. 89. Like, what? Now I'm really interested in, like... Like a show from 1989. Bakugan had to be 2007. So a show from 1989 was on the same, presumably on the same animation block as a show from 2007. That's fucking wild to me. Then again, I guess when Dragon Ball Z started airing in the US, basically it had already been out for a decade in Japan, so maybe it's not that weird. Yeah, like DBZ first season had to have been like 89, 90, something like that. No, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Okay, there we go. I've been meaning to do a rewatch of, like, at least the first movie. Also, my parents also played the terrible Beetlejuice NES game. Because almost every property got, like, a Nintendo game back in those days. Alright, Galaxy complete there. Alright, that's all wrapped up. Oh, what do I want to do? Wild Glide. Alright, let's do this. This will probably be the more frustrating of the two, but we'll see how it goes. At least we can Alt-Tab out of this at any time. Alright, so we just have to pay attention to the preview screen. I guess that's kind of what Toonami did. Actually, they ran, I guess they ran other 80s stuff. For their late 90s animation block. Alright. Let me know. Let's try to focus on anything that looks like a green star here. Just let us take a gander. We're gonna do this calmly, we're gonna do this peacefully, serenely. I guess we can speed up slightly. Okay, I am not seeing anything that looks like a green star just yet. Do you see anything that looks like a green star? See, I'm seeing the one up there. Oh, did we pass? I am kind of getting the feeling it might have been a little higher up. See, I see a balloon. Hold on. Hold on, I had a bit of an invited guest here. Let me deal with that. Let me deal with that situation right now. Okay. Okay, let me just straighten it out. Okay, I'm not perceiving any stars. But there's one. Alright. That's probably the second one. Probably the second one. Actually, when Yu Yu Hakusho started running on Adult Swim, when they expanded the anime block for a bit, that show had been out for about a decade as well in Japan. It premiered in '92, same year as the original Sailor Moon anime. And although Sailor Moon made it to US television quite a bit sooner. Sooner than Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay, be on the lookout for green star number 1. Okay, no more jibber-jabber out of you! See, I'm trying to deduce where it might be. See, I'm trying to listen in. I'm listening very carefully. For the shiny shimmery. See, I didn't hear it. Okay, let's not go all the way down. Or was it in the cave? Probably past it. Where would it be, then? Where would it be? Where would you be? Okay. Where could it be? Oh, shit, I can do you one better than that. I want you one better than that. Who could it be now? Who could it be now? There you go. Might have come through a little garbled. I might have had to turn off the filters for that, but that's all you're getting on such short notice. Now, the benefits of having a kazoo on your person. It's on the second tier of my workspace, my workbench. Okay, does anybody see a star? Yeah, it's just a bird. I'm guessing that coming into contact with the, Oh, wait, waterfall, 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 waterfall. Oh, eat my ass, game. Well, we know where it is now. We know where it is. We've gotten that established. We've gotten the baseline established. Okay. Alright, oh, actually, not that many left on, in this world. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. No, thank you. No, gracias. No, gracia. No, gracia. Alright. Very, very bottom tier of the waterfall. The waterfall that we are chasing because we refuse to stick to the rivers and the lakes that we're used to. Alright, just gotta get a little closer. Straighten it out. What the fuck, man? They just phased right through it. Wouldn't let me contact it. Would not let me touch that. The game's cheating again. Time to punch everybody on the dev team. We're making such a cheating-ass game. They let this out thinking it was a good idea. How dare they? Remember, I don't actually advocate punching anyone who made a game. I ain't like that. You know how to do this already. They just will not let you have it. Just absolutely refuse. Okay. Alright, no, thank you. Beep. Beep. Game devs release game, I'm sure they'll figure it out. Yeah, back in the good old days. Also, this is the Switch version, so they had 2 chances to get this right, and they chose not to. Hey, maybe we should tighten up the collection boxes, you know, for coming in the contact and collecting stars. Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Oh, eat shit, game. I want to at least finish World 2. I think that might be the approach we take. Do Worlds 1 and 2 tonight. Worlds 3 and 4 some other time. Worlds 5 and 6 some other time. I don't know if I want to make World S green... Well, it could be its own stream, because it's not just the green stars, it's Grandmaster Galaxy and the perfect run, too. You are the perfect run, the perfect run, the perfect run. You are the perfect run, the perfect run, the perfect run. There you go. There you go. My mind always goes for musical themes. God damn it. Fuck. Actually, is that even picking up on, how is... Hold on. Like, if I don't... If I... That probably didn't pick up. I hear you zooing. Yeah. Yeah, like... If I kind of control it a little bit, that's fine. But it's not going to pick up... Wait, if I get rid of... Yeah. Alright, I just gotta figure out the distance. If I do... Okay, hold on. I am not skilled enough for a harmonica. Regretfully. I could invite John Popper from Blues Traveler to personally give me harmonica lessons. I still don't think I would pick up much. Alright. El Agua Fall. Como se dice waterfall in español? They probably have a fancy word for that. Come on. I wish I was better at instruments. I really do. I mean, I guess you can consider the human voice an instrument. Some producer with computers fixes all my shitty tracks these days. I would totally cover a Ben Folds song. I would love to do that. I don't know if it's going to happen though. Okay. Fucking ass bird. I'm sick of you birds. I mean, doing the stage normally wasn't as bad as it was when I played this on Wii. I guess I feel like I have a little more control when I do this. Yeah, and I've said that before, but... There we go. Yeah, I just gotta remember to lean back from the mic. Because the gain's already really high. Alright. Okay, no more birdie shit. We can go to Cosmic Cove. Alright. I mean, I could play harmonica, but it would be kind of shit. So I just, just telling you now. Okay, they're gonna... Will they dispense another shell onto me? They will. Okay. It's a Koopa shell, and it is also a flashlight. A submergible flashlight. Okay, I want to see... We could take it to the end here. Oh, okay. Somehow I never noticed that pufferfish before. Alright, up we go. Okay, there's the, No. Oh, did I really put the, put it in the hole? Put that shell in that, in that big coral reef thing. I forget the scientific term for it. I forget the science. Took band class in high school, played trumpet for 2 years and mallets for 1 year. Confidently say I sucked at both. You still probably have more musical aptitude than I do. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that. Probably marginally better than me. You can live with being marginally better at something than someone. You have a working knowledge of the instruments. Let's put it that way. Okay, so which one was that? Oh, that was Screen Star 1. Okay. I guess we gotta find the rest of them. I think the last music-related thing I did in school was like a choir class. As a middle school elective. And I really think that's about the extent of that. Okay. Green star in the swimmy bits here. Okay. All frozen icy here. Alright, let us procure the key. Okay, they didn't... Okay, doesn't look like they were able to sneak a star in behind there. But, like, I think my very first type of, like, music instruction... And it really wasn't like a music class, it was more like music therapy. You know, considering the school I went to. I'd love to learn to play an instrument properly. I can't play electric guitar, but there are so many electric guitars I think look cool and awesome that if I had the money, if I ever became a big, rich and famous VTuber, it's never gonna fucking happen, but if I did, I would just buy, like, guitars for, like, other people to play. You know, I'll never properly play, like a Fender Jazzmaster or a Fender Jaguar, but I know people who would. But yeah, I would occasionally be, like, taken out of class for, I guess the therapeutic music bits. I really don't know how else to describe it. My bro taught himself, uncle plays accordion. Mom told me she had piano lessons growing up, but eventually stopped. Okay, okay. Yeah, that seems like a normal sort of trajectory for, like, you know, music education, music lessons. But yeah, but when I was in, like, grade school, at least the first one I went to, or the one that I stayed in the longest, because it took me... let's put it gently, I had some issues, and it took them a while for me to find placement in a... long-term placement in a school. Like, after kindergarten and whatnot. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, matey. Let's see. There we go. But yeah, we were taken out. We went to another room in the school, and the person who was doing the thing, the person who was involved with that program, I forget her name, but it was an Asian woman. I'm not sure where she was from. I'm not sure where she fell on the CJK scale or anything like that. But it was interesting to know that it was the point I realized not everyone has the same point of reference as you do. Not everyone was raised on the same popular culture that you were. Because we talked about, like, they were running a movie. It was like a Superman cartoon. One of the really old school ones. And she was like, Superman, I don't know who that is. I guess wherever she was from, she was not exposed to that kind of media. Okay. El hombre super. Oh, we can turn the fishies into star bits. Okay. I guess I'm going to the, guess we're doing this again. Okay, ground pound my way there. Get rug burns on your schlong, Mario, when you do that. Okay. Oh, no, he got rug burns from doing the stuff in Peach's Castle in 64. Yeah. Takes a minute or two, takes a moment or two to navigate your way through the water, through the depths, through the salty ocean. They passed the eels again. The eels, they were... Well, well, it's still a band, but now it's just like one guy. One guy in an ever-evolving cast of characters. Mark E. Smith. No, not Mark E. Smith. Mark E. Smith was, in the, what was it? The Fall? Apparently, I watched a video not that long ago about, basically the concert they did in New York City, where it just completely fell apart for the band, where everyone just got sick of Marky's shit. And just like, hung him out to dry. The man was always a nutter. Well, maybe not nutter is, like, not the right word for it. You know, there's a line between eccentric artist and, like, abusive asshole. And he was very much, for all of his innovations, he was very much on the abusive asshole side of the spectrum. There's really no way to gussy that up. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, damn it. I'll be able to make this. Okay, cool. Yeah, easy to do since we're basically operating in a 2D space anyway. Okay, so where are we off to now? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so just Honey Bloom and the lava layer. Lava layered cake. Molten layered lava cake. Okay. Okay, these shouldn't be too tricky to find, shouldn't be too tricky to grab. Will we get any clues from this? No. No, they ain't giving that to me. Okay. Let's see. Because I know there was a place with like a secret star when we did this the first time around. But I think the situation will be a little different in this instance. Up and over we go. Hold on. Okay, that's not... Okay, disregard all of those. Okay, so that's where the hidden star was. The normal hidden star. Okay, this place was safe. That's cool. That's outstanding. Okay, okay, still not hearing what a star would be. Trying to listen in. Might be up there. Then the perspective shifts. Okay. Let's just take our time here. Okay. Not seeing anything up there. Not yet. But you know what? I had the right idea. I tried to be thorough in my investigations. Thorough in my searches. Alright. Take it a little further up. Okay, I'm still not seeing anything green. At least none that I could perceive. Okay, there's the star in the distance. Hold on, we might. Maybe up here. Oh, he's up there. Shit. Okay, take a breather, take a powder. Do people still say that? Take a powder? Go take a break, powder your nose? Is that part of the lexicon still? Is that part of people's terminology still? No, that should be... Okay, that's the first one, so we gotta go in. Go dig our meaty claws in just a little bit further. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da. Okay, Honey Bloom, part 2. Okay. Okay, pay attention and actually grab the star bits this time. Poncho, if you would be so kind. Okay, so just sort of barrel through the rest of this. We know how this is gonna go. Okay, and B-Man is unable to wall jump because of reasons. Right. Over this way, then over that way, and higher we go. Righty then. Alright. We grab again. Alright, I'm not gonna be that hung up over coins right now. Okay, that we don't need to worry about that. That's already taken care of. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this next one is gonna be... Might be a ways off. Motherfucker. See, I'm still hearing it, but I'm not... I feel like that's still the one we just grabbed. Okay, just give it a little space here. Okay, so let's just wait for you to come back down. Okay, hover up. Like so, like so. Alright, over. What the fuck? Alright. Oh, no big, no big. We made it back, we made it back. Can I stand on this? Okay, I get it, I get it. There we go. Alright. Outstanding, outstanding. Alright, I guess it's just the next Bowser bit. Just the next Bowser stage, and we should be good. I think we can call it a show there. Once we get to, that would take us to... What's the magic number again? Okay, yeah, that's all done. That's all wrapped up in a nice little bow. A big bad booty lava party. That's Bowser for everyone. Okay, green star. Did not see anything that stood out to me. Nothing immediately obvious. But you can die. Yeah, not that many pull stars. Alright. Okay, I am not sensing anything of any real interest on this bit. Alright, how about here? Okay, there's the shroom. Alright, not bad, not bad. Still not perceiving the location of a star. Yeah, so I guess this is going to be quite a bit inward. Okay, just circle him, then spin, kick. Alright. How about... Okay, I'm trying to listen in. I'm not hearing anything. I'm not hearing anything. I'm not seeing. Anything. Oh, well, okay, I see the one right behind the rock there. Okay, I see one. Damn it. You run between. Oh, boy. Alright. There we go. Alright, my ass didn't touch the lava once. Yeah, job well done there. Job well done. Now, was that... Just need to know if that was the first or second one. That was the first one. Okay, so... I've gotta run this back one more time. One more star. Okay, so this'll be our last green star for the night. I kept you around long enough. Because as much as I'd love to shotgun this in one go, as much as I'd love to marathon, as much as I'd love to squeeze in another world, you know, I am a man with limitations. I'm trying to do the best I can, but I'm a limited, primitive kind of man. Akudos. Akudos, like Excel's Saga. There's like a Volume 5 worth of DVD that I never fully watched. Okay. That still works. That still works. That's still perfectly fine for our purposes. Checkpoint, not too shabby. Across we go. And schmack. Le kick. Alright. Okay, beam me up, beam me away. If you feel like it. Alright, I will. Yeah. Oh, that could have gone better. Could have been worse, but it also could have... you sack of shit. Oh, no coins for that? Really? Alright, how about... Well, that just takes me... Okay, if that's... See, but the other one just takes me to the boss. Yeah. So you see that one over there. And that's the place with the, with the comet coin. And that just takes me to the boss fight, so where's the other one? Oh, okay, there's a little more stage left. A little bit more, I guess. Oh, okay, I see what they did here. I see what they did. Yeah, it was another one of them hiding beneath a platform. Hiding, it was the only thing keeping me from falling to my death. Okay. So that brings the number to 156. How much more do we need till 242? How do I math? How do I do this? Yeah, I could have led a normal, successful life, but I didn't know how to do math. That's been the downfall of, like, everything. 86 more green stars. Okay. Well, not necessarily green stars, but, like, 86 more stars, because the last two will not be green. So that, I believe, will do it for us tonight. I know everybody's got a I assume if you're listening to this, you have a work week to attend to later on. So I won't keep you around too much longer. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for dropping by, Lammy Beepner. Thank you for keeping me amused, keeping the cortisol levels low while I get robbed by the game multiple times. But I always appreciate having folks by. All I ask for is your time. That's it. That's it. So with that, let's take a look. We'll be raiding out per usual. Or any of my usual haunts. Are they out and about? Da 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 da. Who's been going on for the least amount of time? You know what? Ape Escape 3, Slump Neko. I guess we'll be going in her direction. I'll try to see if I can get the rest of the green stars taken care of this week. If I can find the time, if I can be cognizant enough by the time I get home in the evening, we should be good to carry on and carry forward. But until next time, everybody, until next time, this is Poncho Smith signing off. And as always, good night, good luck, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later.